So, Will Smith is reacting to Chris Rock's recent Netflix special. As you may have seen, he had a few different jokes about Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and her affair with August Alsina. And according to sources, Will Smith found it very distasteful. Welcome back to the Campfire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So a lot of you have been asking me to talk about the Chris Rock special. I have not been able to watch it fully, but I have seen quite a few different clips on social media. And based on what I saw, I was sort of like, I have in the past found Chris Rock to be funny, but these clips to me just felt like you were trying to diss someone as opposed to being entertaining and funny, in my personal opinion. But comedy is everyone, if that's not your type of comedy, you might not like a certain type of comedian. So there are people that love Chris Rock, and there are people that don't find Chris Rock funny. You may recall Ebony K. Williams recently went to a Chris Rock show and said she had to walk out because she felt like he was tap dancing for white people. I don't know. I haven't seen his recent show. I'll let you know once I see a recent show. But Will Smith, as you know, it's almost a year since the whole I guess it's definitely over a year, since the Will Smith slap heard around the world over at the Oscars. And there's been all kinds of debates. I can't believe it's been a year. That feels like yesterday that we covered that story. So of course, Chris Rock has made this a part of his shtick he has every right. It happened to him. I also saw that, Marlon Wayans talking about this in his own stand-up special. So according to Entertainment Tonight sources, they are getting some behind-the-scenes tea in regards to Will Smith and if he's seen this special or his reaction to some of what people are reporting about this special and what is said about Will Smith. So they write this: Will Smith had good reason not to tune in to Chris Rock's Netflix special over the weekend. Rock's selective outrage comedy special streamed live Saturday evening. Is that the first time that Netflix has done something like that? Wow. It streamed a live Saturday evening from Baltimore's Hyperdome Theater, where the 58-year-old comedian took aim at Smith and the Oscar slap 1 year after the headline-making scandal. During the special, Rock directly called out the Emancipation star, speculating that Smith's attack was about him, quote, practicing selective outrage. Rock also referenced cheating rumors that surfaced in 2020 for Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, among other inciting topics. I don't think we can call these cheating rumors because everyone involved confirmed it. But okay, I'll go with it. According to sources, Will is embarrassed and hurt by what Chris said about him and his family in his Netflix special. He didn't watch it, but he had people tell him what Chris said. It's everywhere when you look online and on social media. So Will and Jada have seen comments about it. So months after the Oscars incident, you may recall, Will Smith posted an emotional YouTube video apologizing to Rock for striking him on stage. He had shared a written apology on Instagram the day after the Academy Awards. Will apologized to Chris and would like for Chris to let it go, according to this source. Will has worked on himself and he is banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years. He feels like that's enough and wants Chris to move on so that he and everyone else can too. Here's the thing though. I disagree with that. At the end of the day, this happened to Chris Rock. And Chris Rock is a creative. So I almost expect him to talk about this in comedy, not in an interview, not on some social media public platform with Will Smith or on Red Table Talk. I don't expect that from a comedian. I expect him to put it in his show. But Chris, make it funny. Because based on what I saw, to me, it just felt as if you wanted to, it's, you know how you go back and forth with your friends and like you're playing disses? That to me was sort of what he was doing. He wanted to get jabs at him, saying that he got off from watching him get whipped in the Emancipation movie. None of that was funny to me. I didn't even crack a smile. Maybe I need to watch the entire thing from beginning to end, but I'm judging it off of the clips about Will. None of the jokes for me landed as funny. But in all fairness, Will, I'm not going to tell Chris that he needs to move on, because I personally was not slapped by Will Smith on international television. So I'm not going to tell him to move on, especially when it's a year. And at the end of the day, you're lucky he didn't press charges. Let's be honest. No matter how you feel about whether he had a right to do it or not to do it, he did this on television. And at the end of the day, Chris Rock could have pressed charges if he wanted to, but he didn't. E.T. says that the source also told them that Smith is, quote, upset that Netflix gave Rock, quote, this platform to express his views. Does that mean any Bright sequel is not coming? Will Smith is also upset that Netflix was a part of this and thinks Chris insulting Jada again is below the belt. So it's that part. Because remember, everyone was saying he's been taking jabs at Jada for so many years. A lot of you that were defending Will Smith's actions were saying, well, Chris has been coming at her for years, and now yet again, he's coming at her about the whole August Alsina entanglement situation. And here's the thing. I will agree with that. I will agree. If anything, make all your jokes about Will. Make all your jokes about Will. I wouldn't even include Jada. Even if it has to do with the entanglement thing. Exclude her from that. Focus on Will, the person that slapped you on international TV. So they said that Will's also upset that Netflix was a part of this. Don't be mad at Netflix. They're there to make money. And thinks Chris insulting Jada again is below the belt. He's upset that Netflix gave Chris this platform to share these messages and thinks it's distasteful. Really? Here's the thing. Distasteful? Some people might think going on the Oscar stage and slapping someone distasteful. Just saying. I mean, come on. On the other side of the coin, Rock is ready to move on now that he's directly addressed the Oscar slap for the first time in a significant way, according to another source. They say this. He said everything he wanted to say. It was funny, self-deprecating, and thought-provoking. Now Chris is ready to move on. So Chris went on to have a big sellout tour after the Oscars, and he did talk about it a little bit. So this is really the very first time that he's talked about it at length and has put a creative spin on it. I didn't necessarily find it funny. Did you guys find it funny? What did you think about the Netflix special overall? And what do you think about what, according to sources, Will Smith is feeling about Netflix, Chris Rock, and wanting Chris Rock to finally move on? Because let's be honest, he wants Chris to move on and this not to be a continued narrative out there because it does affect his career. It does keep it in executives' faces. Well, but maybe we shouldn't put out this movie right now because Netflix just put out this Chris Rock thing, so it probably wouldn't be good time because people are going to ask you about it during interviews. All of this is about that. So for me, his intention here, even more than Jada, his intention here is more about this already affected my career, and if you bring this up now people are going to continue. Look, I'm doing a whole video talking about this, but partially because you guys have been asking me. I want to know your opinions, your constructive opinions. You know the rules in our chat. I want to know your thoughts on Chris Rock's live Netflix comedy special. Did you find it funny? What did you think about what, according to sources, Will Smith is saying? Let's have that conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the ladder. I got the